If you're under 6 feet, this might be the most important video you'll ever watch. Because everything you've been told about growing taller after puberty is not just wrong, it's completely backwards. Most people think that once you hit your 20s, your height is locked in forever. No more growth, no more inches, just acceptance. But here's what almost nobody tells you. And one of these methods alone can make you look up to 2 inches taller if you do it correctly. There are real, scientifically backed ways to increase your height after your teenage years. Not just stand up straighter, actually lengthen your body. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how. Now, I'm not talking about miracle pills or sketchy stretching devices. I'm talking about real methods that actually work. Some of them will surprise you. Some of them might even shock you. So let's start with the truth about your bones. And one of these methods is so overlooked that most guys are literally losing height every single day without realizing it. The growth plate lie. Here's what you've been told. Once your growth plate's close, you're done. End of story. For most guys, this happens around ages 18 to 21. And technically, that's true for your leg bones. But here's the part nobody mentions. Your spine is different. Your spine isn't one solid bone. It's made up of 24 vertebrae stacked on top of each other, separated by spongy discs. And those discs, they can change. They can expand. They can create real, measurable height gain even after your growth plates have sealed shut. Studies have shown that spinal decompression alone can increase disc height by over 1 millimeter on average. Now, that doesn't sound like much until you multiply it across your entire spine. Suddenly, we're talking about real inches. So while you can't grow your femur after a certain age, you absolutely can lengthen your spine. And that's where most guys leave their potential on the table. The posture reset. There was a guy who went from 5'8" to almost 5'10", not because he grew new bone, but because he fixed years of spinal compression and bad posture. Here's a quick test. Stand up right now. Let your shoulders slump forward like you normally do. Now measure your height against a wall. Then straighten your back, pull your shoulders back, and tuck your chin slightly. Feel that difference? That's not just standing taller. That's your spine actually expanding into its full, natural length. Most guys walk around with posture so bad, they're literally losing 1 to 2 inches of height, and they don't even know it. Chiropractic adjustments and spinal alignment techniques have been shown to increase height by anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 2 full inches. The catch? You have to maintain it. Your body will naturally want to return to its slouched position. But if you train your posture consistently, those gains can become permanent. Think about that. 2 inches of height just from standing correctly. That's the difference between blending in and being the guy people immediately notice when you walk into a room. The sleep secret. Now here's something that sounds fake, but isn't. Your body does most of its repair and growth while you sleep. But here's the part they don't tell you. Growth hormone, the chemical responsible for lengthening your bones, is released almost exclusively during deep sleep. If you're only getting 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night, you're literally starving your body of the hormone it needs to maintain and potentially increase your height. Studies have found that sleep deprivation directly affects growth hormone production. The solution isn't complicated. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Same bedtime. Same wake time. No screens an hour before bed. It sounds basic because it is, but most guys aren't doing it, and that's why they're leaving height on the table. But before we go any further, there's something almost nobody talks about, and it might be the reason you're still not seeing results. Most guys think height is just about bones and posture. But there's a hidden factor that changes how tall you look instantly, and it has nothing to do with your skeleton. It's called visual height perception. Let me explain. 2 guys can be the exact same height, 5'9", but one of them will look 5'11" without doing anything extreme. Why? Proportions. If your shoulders are narrow, your head tilts forward, and your torso collapses inward, your body visually compresses. You don't just lose height physically, you lose it perceptually. But when your frame is aligned, your shoulders are wider, your chest is open, and your neck is upright, your body creates vertical lines. And vertical lines signal height to the human brain. This is why some guys walk into a room and instantly look taller than everyone else, even when they're not. And here's the crazy part. You can fix this faster than anything else in this video. Simple adjustments in how you stand, how you walk, and even how you dress can add another inch or 2 to how tall people perceive you. So while you're working on the physical side, don't ignore the visual side. Because in the real world, perception is reality. The nutrition hack. You already know you need calcium and vitamin D for bone health. But here's the nutrient nobody talks about: protein. Your bones aren't just mineral, they're living tissue. And living tissue needs building blocks. When you sleep, your body uses amino acids from protein to repair and rebuild bone tissue. If you're not getting enough, your body cannibalizes what it has. That means your spine loses density. Your discs compress. You shrink. A diet rich in calcium, vitamin D, and high-quality protein isn't just for gym gains, it's for height maintenance and optimization. And for guys still in their late teens or early 20s who haven't fully closed their growth plates, proper nutrition can add legitimate inches. The hard truth about surgery. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. There is a way to actually grow your bones after puberty. It's called limb lengthening surgery, also known as distraction osteogenesis. Here's how it works. Surgeons make a precise break in your leg bone. Then, over several weeks, an external or internal device gradually pulls the two halves apart. Your body naturally fills the gap with new bone. The result? You can gain anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of height. But here's the reality check. This surgery is brutal. It's expensive, we're talking $60,000 and up. The recovery takes months. There are risks of nerve damage, infection, joint stiffness, and permanent disability if something goes wrong. Some people do it, some people swear by it. But for most guys, the risk isn't worth the reward. This is a last resort, not a first option. The real strategy. So if you actually want real visible height gains, not theory, not myths, here's what you need to do starting today. First, fix your posture. Start today. Stand against a wall with your heels, butt, shoulders, and head all touching. Hold it for 2 minutes. Do this every morning. Second, prioritize sleep. 7 to 9 hours. No excuses. Third, eat for height. Protein, calcium, vitamin D, and zinc. Your bones need fuel. Fourth, decompress your spine. Hang from a pull-up bar for 30 seconds at a time. Let gravity work in reverse. This won't grow new bone, but it will let your spine expand to its full length. And fifth, be patient. These changes happen slowly. You won't grow 2 inches in a week, but over 6 months to a year, an inch or more is absolutely realistic for most guys. Now, these were the core methods, but there are many more small details that can make a huge difference in how tall you appear. Most people think their height is locked in forever, but that's just not true. Your body is constantly changing. The question is whether you're making those changes work for you. That's the truth about growing taller after puberty. Which method are you trying first? See you in the next one.